Morning folks, welcome back to the farm. She's an early morning, it was a late night, a long night, and an early morning this morning. But anyways, I'm up cooking a bit of breakfast here. So I got one lonely egg. I'm gonna have to take a walk out to the shop to get more. Got some bacon from the pigs right here. I'm just cooking a bit of hash browns. And if you watched our live stream last night, you'll see my ball of butter. I churned this in this mason jar. So 1 cup of whipping cream, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and shake like hell for 20 minutes. And you too could have your very own butter ball. So I'm gonna make a bit of toast to go with my breakfast, and we're gonna try that butter out. Hopefully it's not too salty, but I'm gonna leave that on low. And yes, I'm gonna leave the stove unattended. Did my hash browns cooking. I'm gonna run to the shop, grab another dozen eggs, and I'll be back in a second. Ooh, it's chilly outside. I think it's still about -20 out there this morning. Some eggs here. The old radiant heater over top is just cooking. Getting all kinds of carbon credits for us. That's one thing I truly believe. I honestly think residential fuel gas, heating your homes or heating your farm equipment, should be completely exempt from that carbon tax. There's a lot of wastage and there's a lot of things that you can probably be more efficient with, but heating your home, that's not one of them. You're not cranking the thermostat because you want to. You're cranking the thermostat because it's 40 bloody below outside. I guess it's not 40 below today. -23.4. Chilly, chilly. Let's see if we can even get some butter scraped off of here. It's a little, it's been in the fridge all night. It's still hard. Get some underneath there and let it warm up. Yeah, once it's room temperature, it's pretty good. There you have it, homemade butter. We kind of have to taste it, don't we? So, oh damn, that's good. That's really good. Oh, I might have to do that more often. Good morning, Finley Bear. You wanna try some of Daddy's toast with homemade butter? Is that good? Yeah. Is that good? Well, it's time to get after morning chores here. I'm gonna have a look at my tire here. Yesterday I had a flat right here. This, well, that was all the way in there. Holding there this morning. Just gotta make it till tomorrow when I run into town and get it fixed. I can't believe that. That's a lot of screwdriver anyways. Interesting. The things you run across on the road, quite literally. I just gotta run about a third of a bucket of grain into the rams here. They don't really need any grain treats right now, but they do need a fresh bale of hay. And I don't feel like having any open gate shenanigans, so I got a holding pen at the bottom of the paddock, so I'll chuck some grain in there, and then I'll leave this gate wide open, and I can come by with the tractor. I got a round bale right here I'll grab and fire that into the feeder. There you go, fellas. Breakfast is on me. So I got these 2 little paddocks in behind here. There's one there, one here. They're both pretty much the same size in behind the shop. And the hillside's quite steep. It wouldn't have been quite this steep. Actually, the drop-off is further down here. But when we built a pad for the shop, we had to borrow material from this hillside to bring the rear end of the shot pad up almost 2 meters. It was a significant decline there. Of course, when you first scope something out to the naked eye, you're like, sure, there's a hillside, but how bad could it really be? And then you put a transit on it and you're like, holy man. And then you bring a cat in here and you start moving dirt, and then you're really amazed because you're just, you think maybe a couple hours worth of work and everything will be kind of leveled off. And I think we were the better part of a full day anyways, getting everything leveled up. All right, so I got a new round bale in here, and up top you can see I dumped 3 20-liter pails of molasses on that bale. Probably only needed 2, but that's one thing that we use, all your supplements, nutrition. I noticed the rams weren't going over to the lick tank, and they were just kind of hanging over here where the dredge of the bale was, and I wasn't sure what that. Anyways, if I wanted to get their nutrition, sometimes I have to facilitate that, so I'll just dump it right on their bale. It's for every pound of molasses that they eat is a pound of hay they don't have to eat. And of course, I think I ordered pretty much exactly the amount of hay that we need this year. I don't have an abundance of it. Just hoping we don't have a shortage of it. So a little bit of extra feed supplement like that is going to help us get through that last little pinch. The other thing that does, of course, as you get on in the winter, the feed quality is, of course, declining from the moment it's harvested. So adding a bit of a supplement like that helps to keep your nutrition quality a little higher. So I do that for the rams. I'll do the same thing for the ewes. I got to fill up the ewes' lick tank for sure right now. They actually are going through quite a bit of molasses in their lick tank. There's like 22 of them, I think, in that pen right now, and they'll take out that whole lick tank in a week. It's kind of funny. Every day we come out here, we give a little bit of grain to the 2 calves, and we got these calves from my father-in-law because they were born late and they were kind of runty, and he figured if they were going to have to fight for food at the trough, they probably weren't going to win against a heifer that was born 4 or 5 months earlier. But so we keep them in here with the sheep, and they have a pretty timid life. It's pretty good, but you put a bit of grain in there, and even though they're probably 3, maybe even 4 times the size of a ewe, they do not stand a chance. These greedy buggers will push them out of the way every single time. So what we got to do is we got to open the gate and have a bucket, and then ferry the sheep out to the field here, and then slam this little panel shut before the calves run out, and then give the calves the grain that they deserve. And when they've eaten down to about a half a pail left in the trough, then I'll let the ewes in, and they can clean up the last little bit. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call breakfast time for everybody a wrap. I think it's about time. I'm cold. I'm like cold right to the core right now. My fingers are starting to get sore, so nose is running. It's probably time to head inside the house, fetch up a cup of tea, and then I think this afternoon we're going to take the kids down to the swimming pool. I mean, it's minus 20, right? Might as well get them all soaking wet and see if we can't get them a cold or something like that, set them up to win for next week. So anyways, I'll let you go for now. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow.